Hello, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural episode of our three-part mini-series on Chew, the RPG. Chew is a RPG currently on Kickstarter, based on the comic of the same name, which is a very comedic story. Um, I'll give you a little bit of the rundown as we get rolling, but before we do, in addition to our normal content warning, I do want to tell you that this game will contain depictions of addiction, criminal mischief, consumption of animal products, graphic depictions of food, possibly disordered eating, and a few other things. I am going to be telling a darker, slightly more twisted version of this game, so I will be using some variations on the rules as we go, leaving out one core component, which you can check out if you go over to the Kickstarter page, which I'll drop in chat in a second. But essentially, we'll be explaining some of the rules as we go, so you understand how it works, what the system is, and get a sense for it yourself, so you can go back it. Let me drop that link in chat here. So before we jump into it, I want to first of all, I want to thank Imagining Games for giving us the opportunity to play Chew before its release. I'm very excited to check this one out. I'm a big fan of the comic, so hopefully you will enjoy it as well as our sponsors, Elderwood Academy and Die Hard Dice. Make sure you check out the amazing TTRPG, that's a word, or an acronym, accessories both of them have to offer, and use the code that I'm about to drop in chat to get free shipping on your Elderwood Academy orders. Elderwood, there we go. So, before we jump into our story that we're going to be telling over the next 3 Thursdays, I want to give us a chance to introduce our FDA agents, starting off with Elliot.
Hi, I'm Elliot. You can find me on Twitter at Chaos Elliot, as well as Chaos Them, where I post art and stream updates. I can't wait to play this. I've liked everything that I've seen from online, from what Mitch has been posting and what the page itself has been posting, so I'm pretty excited.
Fantastic. And who are you playing this evening?
I am playing the mascot.
And next up is Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, aka Doubles and Dice around the internet. You can find me there and all the places. I am playing The Wronged, a troubled soul obsessed with a dark past. I'm very much looking forward to this, though. She was a very fun comic.
It is. And last but not least, Bree.
Hi, I'm Bree. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdette Designs. I honestly had no idea what the comic was about. I got hit up for this game and I said that sounds fun. I'm playing a character archetype called the Low Life, which you'll learn more about in game.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me. Some of you for the first time, so I'm excited to run a game for you. So before we get into anything else, let's begin our game. As 3 agents of the United States Food and Drug Administration's Special Crimes Unit, you are used to tough jobs. The bird flu made chicken illegal, and some people just couldn't handle that. And ever since, it's been your jobs through various means to stop the foul spread of, well, foul. The FDA ramped up operations and is now leading the leading law enforcement agency in the country, more powerful than the FBI and Homeland Security combined. But today, you 3 have woken up not in your own beds. You're groggy, your heads are swimming, and you're not sure where you are. You're sitting in hard yet comfortable wooden chairs. The lights are dimmed to a very comfortable level around you, and you can hear and smell a fire crackling nearby. The smell of furniture polish, the oak and mahogany of the furniture, and the wood smoke from the fire mingling with food. There's savory, delicious smells drifting in from somewhere near you, perhaps another room, where you can also hear classical music quietly playing. As your vision begins to clear, you're able to focus, and you realize that you've been restrained to a chair. And so are 2 other people in the room. You're not alone. The folks around you, you recognize from the local FDA office, they're fellow agents. But what you're doing here, why you're restrained, and what that lovely smell is, you do not know. So what would you all like to do next?
Where are we
Hey,
all
okay.
positioned, by the way?
You are
Are
seated.
we all, like,
You're seated
facing
in
each
chairs
other?
around a table. So, just to give you a sense, the room. Now that you're looking around, the room you're in, there's a long, like 8-place oak table with high back chairs along it. One at the head of the table, one at the foot, and then 3 on each side. Elliot, you
Yes.
are facing where Prince and Bree are sitting across from you. There's a
So
chair,
it's
and
them
there's
two next
yep,
to each other and then me facing
there's
them.
there's a chair in between them, but yes. And then for Prince and Bree, you can see a door leading to somewhere else behind Elliot, slightly to their right, and at the foot of the room, it kind of opens up a little bit more. There's a fireplace. It's very there's a kind of a serving table and some other things in there. Very well furnished, very lovely, old antique furniture. And there are place settings in front of you, set out for a 6-course meal.
Okay, that is just rude. They have all of that food and we're literally right here and I haven't eaten like I don't even know. What the hell are you two doing here?
You know, I was drinking a lot last night and kind of woke up here. So I mean, you tell me.
I think I probably left my door unlocked. Fuck.
You don't have like dogs or nothing, do you?
Cats, but like they can only do so much.
Ah, damn.
This is some
What about
bullshit.
yeah?
That's what this is.
What
I
what is your
couldn't
name?
imagine.
Paul something or other. I
Yes,
think I've
yes,
seen you
Paul.
around the office. Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what
Oh,
are
yeah.
you doing here?
Hell if I know. Woke up here, some rich person's house. Lord knows I don't belong here. And now I'm strapped to a chair with you two.
Yeah.
And I think Paul would try to pull at the chair to see if there's any looseness in the ropes or.
Okay. You want to see if you can. Are you trying to break free, or are you just like checking to see how tight they are?
I mean, if they're so tight that I know I couldn't possibly break free, then no. But yes, he would be trying to. Yeah, I would definitely be trying to get out of this chair.
They're pretty tight. It's not just like rope. There's actually metal shackles built into parts of the chair, and then leather straps holding you down as well. So like your wrists and your feet have metal shackles around them, and then there's like leather straps over your upper arms, around your chest, across your lap. Very, very great craftsmanship. You can try to break free if you would like. That will require a rule.
Sure, why not? Let's give it a go.
Okay. So I'm going to take a quick look at your character sheet and see. So for those of you viewing and for my players, this is a D6 system. So you're going to need a variety of D6s for it. Anywhere from 2 to, I think, 4. And this is going to be an action roll. So you're trying to do something potentially dangerous. You're going to see if you can break free. For this action roll, I'm going to take a look at the stats specifically for your character and see if one of your attributes, approaches, or quirks is going to fit the best thing here.
Beefcake.
Beefcake is probably it. Because you are an absolute unit. So let's see. If you'd like to use an approach and really dig in here, you can spend some appetite immediately. Everyone has an appetite meter. It starts off at 0 and then grows. So you could spend 2 appetite to add an extra die here using Beefcake, but I'm going to make this a guts roll already, which you already have 2 dice in.
Okay, then I'll just do that. So I'm just rolling 2.
Yeah.
Double 5s.
Double 5s. Okay. So in this system, your highest die is going to be the one that matters, unless you roll multiple 6s, which is a critical success. So
Okay.
5 is a success, but with a consequence. So you're tugging at the bonds. You're trying to see what is loose, and you notice that one of your wrists, the clasp on it isn't latched, and you are actually able to pop it off. But when you do, the entire piece flies off and makes a really loud noise, clatters to the ground. And nothing happens for a second. The faint classical music coming from the other room continues. And you're all sitting there in close to silence.
If I don't hear anybody moving, then I start to unloose everyone else.
Okay. Well, you're gonna work at the rest of them for yourself, and then while you're trying to like loosen the straps and the manacles, all of a sudden the door over Elliot's shoulder swings open. You didn't hear footsteps, and a very well dressed man, wearing a black apron over a white button down with the sleeves rolled up, is wearing slacks, and he's not wearing shoes. He's got socks on, otherwise bare feet. He walks into the room. He's older than all of you, but not like just starting to go salt and pepper, but not that old. Looks like he's in good shape. He just walks into the room carrying a large silver tray with covered dishes on it. Oh, well, now this simply won't do. Mr. Locker, I believe? If you wouldn't mind having a seat, I will explain exactly what you are all here. And he sets the large tray down on the table at the end, at the head of it, and kind of circles around to your chair to redo your bonds.
You know, generally, if you want to have a nice conversation and feed me dinner, all you have to do is ask.
Do you let him reattach the metal clasp to your hand, or do you fight against him?
I would fight against him and be mouthing off like,
okay,
listen, I can just sit here. You don't have to strap me down unless you're scared or something.
Do you promise? Do you promise to be patient with me?
I'm here. I'm not going to leave my associates. So, sure, I guess.
Okay. And he doesn't redo the manacle. And he
so
walks.
You're going to do that for all of us?
We will see. You certainly have your hands free to eat anyway. And he walks over to the head of the table and pulls the lids off 2 plates, which have hors d'oeuvres on them. Looks like it's a pate crostini with radish. It smells delicious to all of you.
No, that certainly doesn't smell like cat food pate.
Not at all. And he picks up 3 plates, places one in front of each of you, and then he walks over to Bree first and frees your right hand, and then circles the table and frees Elliot's.
Oh, you mind telling us what we're doing here? Like,
not at all. So, I have brought you here to test a hypothesis. I have created over the course of the day a 6-course meal for all of you to enjoy. Should you complete the meal, you will be free to go. If you do not, well, we'll see what happens, won't we?
Why would you just kidnap people for food? You think it'd be easier to get people to get food, so what's the fucking catch?
That would spoil the game. I will leave that for you to discover. And if any of you would like to, I would like you to make an instinct roll for me.
Where? Oh, so that's only rolling like one of whatever that is, or it's out of 3.
Yeah, so your instinct is your third attribute down, and you should have one of 3 points in it. And then if you have an approach that applies, I will let you potentially dig in by gaining 2 appetite and adding an extra die to it.
So if I have 2 in instinct, what do I need to roll? Just
2
2.
dice. Yep.
I got a 4.
Okay.
I got a 5 and a 4.
Okay.
I got a 3, but I'm also looking to see my perks if I have anything that might help.
Go ahead. If you're able to potentially roll an extra one, you're playing the mascot.
Oh, flattery. Depending on the situation of why we're rolling instinct. Sorry, breaking Ian, everybody.
I'm just trying to decide if it makes sense. Yes, I'll allow it. Roll. You can dig in and roll an extra die.
Okay. 6. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 altogether.
Okay, and your appetite will increase by 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check that while we're going, but no, you actually don't gain appetite for using perks. Sorry, don't worry about that. So you have a 6, you have a 5, and you have a 4. So the 5 and the 4.
Wait.
Yes.
I have a 6 and a 3.
Only the highest die matters.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Cool.
Unless you have multiple 6s, only the highest die matters. So the 6 is a success. For the 5 and the 4, it's a success with consequence. I'll get to the consequences in a second. All of you suddenly realize you recognize this man from somewhere. You can't quite place it. He looks, maybe you've seen him at the office. Maybe it relates to a case that you've been on recently. You're not sure, but something clicks when he's talking to you. The voice, the mannerisms, something clicks. Or let's switch your character names. Paul and Gastona. While you're trying to figure that out, he leans over and he looks at your place and he says, I'm sorry, are you not hungry? Do you not like the food?
I didn't know if it was appropriate to begin eating, shall we? Or
Please eat.
You don't kidnap people to make them eat. Is this poisoned or something?
Not at all.
Are you eating with us?
No, I am your host. I am your cook and your server. It would be rude of me. It would be improper for me to sit and eat with you.
Can I have a taste tester? You got somebody back that can test this to make sure everything's kosher?
you know what, buddy? I'll taste it for you because I have a condition on my character that they're very impulsive. And I just put the whole thing in my mouth.
Okay, so you pick one up. There's like 3 on the plate. You pick one up, pop in your mouth. It is as delicious as it smells.
It's pretty good. You should try it.
The meat is like the perfect temperature. It just melts in your mouth. The flavors mingle really well. The radish isn't overpowering. It's perfect.
Just put it,
Oh,
just put it in
okay.
there, buddy. Just put it in your mouth. It's great.
Okay. I mean, if you haven't died automatically, so I guess.
And Paul picks up something on the plate, not really paying attention.
Okay.
Sticks it in his mouth, but the whole time he's just staring this guy down.
Okay. He if he notices that you're staring him down, he doesn't react. Excellent, excellent. Well, please finish your hors d'oeuvres, and you hear just as he says that, a chime goes off somewhere in the background. He says, "Ah, soup will be served soon." He turns around and pushes the door open and walks out of the room. And you are left
People.
with 2 more hors d'oeuvres on your plates each, which you can choose to eat or leave alone.
Is there a place to like hide them if we don't, like, if we're still feeling kind of like sus of
Well,
this dude?
if you choose to free yourselves from the restraints fully, you could throw them in the fire. You can stick them under the table.
I think my first question would be, do y'all know who that is? He seems familiar somehow.
He seems really familiar, and I know it. It's like tip of my tongue. I know who that is, and something feels weird.
Was he like on a case or something at one point?
Maybe I don't know. So out of character. So our hands and stuff aren't restrained, but our legs and stuff still are.
Your right hand and arm is free. Everything else is still, but you can undo them. It's kind of like those latches where the clasp goes down on the wrist and then just like a little metal pieces in there holding it closed. You could free yourself.
Oh yeah, then I'm afraid myself.
How far is the fire away from me?
10 feet.
Can I just like hurl it into the fire?
How good are you at throwing food?
I don't know. What can I use to figure that one out?
Let's see. You are playing the mascot.
Mhm.
All right. You don't
It would probably be training, and I got nothing.
see. You don't have any quirks that would let you do that. You don't have any. No, nothing. So that would be
You
a
got
roll.
nothing?
It would be a roll of probably guts to do that. But as you pick up the next piece, it's really hard to throw it away. It smells so good. In fact, it smells even better than it did before. And each of you notices that every smell in the room is a little bit sharper, a little bit clearer, a little bit more heightened. You can smell the furniture polish that was used to clean the wood and mop the oil used to polish the floors, the oak burning on the fireplace. The food you have eaten has given you a heightened sense of smell, which makes it that much harder to throw away the other 2 pieces if you want to. And you will have to roll to even do so, because they just smell so good.
I'm just eating it.
It's just pump, pump.
Screw it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna roll to attempt to break it, but obviously if I don't, I'm just gonna end up eating it anyway. So
So this is going to be a training roll.
okay. So only one. Oh, wait, I
So-
got nothing. I
So-
can't use that.
If you have no points in a attribute, because you usually have nothing in one of them, you actually roll 2 dice for that. But let me just jump up to the rules there that explain that one. 2 dice, you're actually going to take the lower of the 2 results. And you
Okay.
cannot roll a critical success.
Makes sense.
So you take the lower?
Yep.
I only got a 3.
You know, you can't make yourself do it. And you're gonna polish off the rest of that plate.
Yeah.
I also did the same roll. I got a 5.
You
I
got a
think
5.
that, yeah, I was like, I want to get out of my restraints first. Then I'll feel more comfortable. And then I'll like fight through this. And then I was like, okay, now we roll. 5 is what I got. This doesn't seem right. It's not even that it's not delicious. It doesn't smell great. I mean, it is, but like this whole situation's busted.
Well, you can choose. You freed yourself now, and you can choose to throw those last 2 pieces over into the fire or hide them. You are free to do so, but
actually,
there will be
no.
consequences.
I'll just hand them to the rest of the group because they seem like they're eating just fine.
Okay, so you're gonna hand a piece to Gastona and a piece to.
Gastona.
Sorry, I gotta move my notes here. Delroy.
All right, yeah.
So rude.
Here you go. Like y'all seem hungry.
I don't know, man. You sure?
I think I'm good.
Are you sure you don't
Okay.
need like some fuel, like some strength fuel to get out of here? Like,
You know,
I
nothing
know he's
fuels
pretty
me
jacked.
like having a situation where I think I need to run the hell away from.
okay. Well, I mean, I guess I could eat one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all want me to unloosen you?
I mean, if the guy's gonna come back, when the guy comes back, let's see how he reacts to you being more loosened, and then we'll go from there. I mean, otherwise I would say yes. This dude's kind of weird anyway, so like,
Yeah.
I'm not risking that right now.
Are there any knives on the table?
There is a butter knife at each of your seats. There are several forks, 2 spoons, and a butter knife.
Thing's pretty blunt.
It's better than nothing.
It kind of concerns me in what they're gonna give us, because only a butter knife? Come on, it's a 6-course meal. Give me a steak.
Yeah, well, I guess they ain't giving a steak.
Settings like this, you'd think he would be less of a cheap bastard.
We're complaining about the service now.
Look, you're gonna kidnap us. Give us.
We definitely have our minds on the right things here, I think.
So, Paul, you're free. You're up. You're moving around. Would you like to look around the room more, or open the door to see what's on the other side? Or
I mean, if the others aren't trying to get loose, I'll just investigate the room because if they were getting loose, then I would leave.
so yeah, you take a look around the room. Like I said, there's like a serving table. There's the fireplace, which is a mantle. There's a bookshelf over there. There's one of those like kind of mini chandeliers over the table, giving off some nice pleasant light. There's a china cabinet with a nice glass cabinet doors you can open up that has a few things in it, some drawers. If you want to rifle around and look, that will be a roll, but it won't be
Okay.
too hard for an investigator. Let's make it a. I'm just gonna look at the attributes here real quick. Let's make it an instinct roll again.
Okay.
Just to see like if you can find something potentially useful.
Hey, buddy, you see a
That
clock or
or-
a calendar or anything? Kind of want to know how long we've been here. Just saying.
There are
I got a
windows.
4.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
that was
should
gonna
have
be my other
mentioned there are
question.
windows in this room.
Are there windows? That was about to be my next question. I was like,
There are
is
two. There are 2 windows that were behind you and Gastona, but the curtains were drawn.
Can I tell if we're upstairs, downstairs sort of thing? looking
You
out the
are
window.
on a first floor. The windows are very nice. If you pull the curtains aside, it is dark outside. Um, so either enough time has passed that at least one full day has gone. And other than that, you rolled a 4 for your
Yep.
instinct, so that's a success at a cost. I'm gonna see if there's anything you can do to boost the heads. Look at your perks here real quick. So you've got double down, obsessed, shit list, special recipe, smooth criminal, villainous, underhanded dabbler. Nothing specifically.
Yeah.
I will, if you want, you could dig in, increase your appetite by 2, and roll another die.
Sure, let's go for
Sure.
it. 6.
That's a 6. That is a full success. Okay. So you start looking around, and a few things stick out to you. When you look through, a lot of the stuff is very clean, but when you open one of the drawers, it's stuffed full of papers, mail, printed out papers, things like that. And when you look at the books, they're actually all fake. Like they're those like cardboard sets of books that's just the face that you can slide on shelves to look nice, but once you start looking, like go to pull it out, they're all fake.
As far as the mail goes, is there any names on
Yes, there is a name on all of the mail, which is Aaron Park.
it? I'll tell the group, like, hey, I got mail from some Aaron Park. Anybody familiar with this person?
Would
Sound familiar?
since I rolled high, would I recognize if that was the name of the guy? Or would I just recognize that name in general?
The name rings a bell. It's hard to
Okay.
place. You could make another roll, a training roll, if you want to see if you can recall what it was.
Do I do the 2 dice method since I got nothing in training? Take the lowest.
Yep.
Okay.
Remember,
Not a
you
bad
can.
system.
Let's see, and you could potentially also hold on. I'm just jumping over to your sheet.
Yeah.
Um,
I got a 4. It sucks because the other one was a 6.
yeah, you don't really have an approach that'll help you in this particular sense. A 4 is a success at a cost, so you're thinking about it. The name does sound familiar. Maybe. Yeah, there was definitely a case. There was definitely a case recently with that name involved. Maybe there was a business. You were working with shutting down a business that was illegally selling chicken eggs. Might be related. I'm not sure.
I don't know if any of you were on the case on the other side of things, but I think the name is vaguely familiar from a recent shutdown of something, another illegal thing with chicken eggs. I don't know, but name sounds familiar. I've heard it within the past 6 months.
I wasn't on that case, but I heard about it.
Yeah, I think either that's who this guy is or he's got dealings with that person. I'm very confused. Otherwise, I hate that I can't remember.
So we're being kidnapped by a known criminal then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And
This is
they're
like
feeding us.
Yeah, but and everything is even more delicious. You wouldn't know because you just took one bite, but everything's even more delicious like the second freaking time I ate it. I don't know if you guys felt that or smelled that, but holy crap, it's good shit. I don't know what it is, but there's like drugs or some shit in this. I don't know, man.
Is there any possible way that they're feeding us chicken? I mean,
I know what chicken tastes like. This ain't chicken.
okay.
Now you would all know that like the market for chicken flavored things has boomed since the shutdown. So there are still chicken flavored things. They're just going to be another kind of meat or meat substitute. I will let you know that for the 2 rolls that required some consequences, that there weren't nothing popped up immediately, I've actually advanced your danger clock by 1. The danger clock in this game, it represents a progressive danger, something like a suspicion growing or during a seemingly casual conversation, or pursuers coming after you, or an alert level. So, or something that could go wrong when the clock reaches a certain number. When the clock is
Gotcha.
full, the danger will come to fruition. You don't know what that number is, but it has advanced by one.
Yeah, it's like Persona 5.
Um, so yeah. Paul, you are still free to look around the room more. You can kind of dig through the mail. Um,
Is
but
there anything that, like, from at least from my seating advantage, that I could just like kind of glance and check?
you're looking around, and you, if you're following what Paul's doing, you'll see that the books
Yeah.
are fake. Um, from your seated position, there's nothing you can really dig into other than the stuff that's on the table. As I mentioned before, it is set. You have that array, a couple forks, a couple spoons, butter knife. Um, there is currently the empty plate of hors d'oeuvres in front of you. He took the serving tray with him. But the china is very nice. This is all very expensive. The silverware is polished, pure silver. There could be something there if you want to investigate the table.
Yeah, I can investigate the table.
Okay.
Is that another instinct roll?
That will be an instinct roll, yes.
5.
Okay. Kind of looking around, doing your thing, and you flip over one of the plates, and they're actually monogrammed. You see the initials AP on the bottom.
Okay,
Fancy
this is
cursive script.
definitely. I after seeing the engraving, I'm like, okay, yep, this is definitely that criminal. The plate has his initials.
So you're
We're
sure
looking
that
out.
the person you're dealing with is Aaron Park?
Either it's I'm dealing with Aaron Park or it's Aaron Park's house. Or he stole them from Aaron Park.
So
Interesting.
I'm going to quickly cover a few things that you can do, and then before we move on, because I want to remind you all that you have a few options here. In addition to just making rolls and investigating, you can spend your appetite to increase, getting an extra d6 on a roll, to give someone else an extra d6 on a roll, which costs less appetite, by the way. You can also use it to trigger a flashback, a memory. Give yourself a little bit more clarity on the situation. That usually costs 1 or 2. If you fill your appetite bar, you will get a consequence, and then that resets your bar. Those consequences are specific to your character, but they can be things like manipulative. You become manipulative, and you can clear that by lying to one of your allies, or you might become ruthless and you want to lash out at one of your allies. You can become cocky or impulsive, things like that. So there's a few of these different conditions that you can pick up, but you can spend appetite to do those things. In addition, you can do it to make a devil's bargain. Now, a devil's bargain is when you're stuck, and you can tell me that you would like a mechanical or narrative benefit in exchange for making a devil's bargain. This will mean accepting collateral damage or unintended harm, sacrificing something useful, betraying a friend or loved one, increasing the danger clock, accepting a condition without having the appetite bar full, or making something bad happen. So you're all in a position. Position is an important aspect to this game. Now that we've gotten a little bit in, I will explain what your position is. So there are a few different positions you can be in. Rolling to that section of the rules here real quick so I can make sure we cover it properly. Positions can be in control, risky, or desperate. When you're in control, you face minor consequences for failures. It might increase the danger clock or something if you fail, but it's not a big deal. Risky positions are, you are at risk of personal injury or making something bad happen to someone else. I might increase the danger clock by 2. I might impose a condition if you fail a roll, things like that. Desperate positions are things like you're going to fail, unless you roll that 6. Like a 4 and a 5 doesn't even count as a success in those cases. If you act despite a desperate position, you could face major consequences. The danger clock could increase by 3. You could get multiple conditions or serious narrative. So you're in a risky position right now. It's not too bad. Just want you all to remember that.
Okay.
So you do have the option to do a few different things. You can continue investigating. There might be some more clues here. If you can converse about the clue that you found, this to make a decision. Do you think this is Aaron Park? The point of Chew is to solve an investigation. So you're trying to crack the case. You have to do that by getting one of 3 details and rolling, or getting all 3 details. In this case, the details you need to pick up on are: what are this guy's defenses, what is his motive, and what is his vulnerability. If you pick up on one of those, you could roll to potentially crack the case, which would end our stream very early. Maybe. There might be some danger from that. Or you continue investigating to try to figure out all 3.
What you said something about flashback?
Yep, you can gain 1 or 2 appetite in order to have a flashback, which could solidify a clue, give you a new clue, things like that.
What? I know we have a appetite track. What is the max that we have, and what do we start with?
You start at 0.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it caps out at 8.
And I know you said something about an appetite thing. For me, you said ignore that though.
I think it was about your perks you didn't get.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to clarify before I make a decision.
You have 1.
Okay.
You have supportive, that you can recover appetite. You can help someone else recover appetite, and do things with lending a hand, or
Okay.
you have you can gain extra effects when you dig in and spend appetite.
No, I'll say fuck it. I want to try to get a flashback, because again, I worked this case. The name sounds familiar. I want to try to figure out more details other than, okay, this is the name I know.
So this is only going to, because you succeeded on multiple rolls to try to figure this out, this is only going to cost you 1 appetite. And so you're sitting there thinking about it, and you kind of, that everything gets a little cloudy, and the camera changes to black and white, and you have a vivid memory of a very angry man who looks much like the man who has been serving you food, yelling at your boss about shutting down his plant, which produces egg substitute, because you and your team figured out that those were real eggs. That simply won't do. Might poison people, might spread the bird flu. So you're pretty sure that this man is Aaron Park, and your office of the FDA shut down his egg plant.
But wait. So then, okay. So was I there in the office? Would he have seen me?
Yes.
There.
Yes.
And I'm famous, so of course he'd recognize me. Cool.
Absolutely. And I'll let you know. You all figured out the motive, so you have 1 of your 3 clues.
Sweet.
Delroy figured out the motive.
Right.
And I assume is going to share it, but
yes.
I'll leave that to you.
Yeah.
I am going to make sure everybody's untied now. After this is expressed, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
be
just
here.
I'm zoning out a bit. I'm just like, oh no, I know this guy. He was pissed at my boss, and he definitely saw me because, well, you can't ignore me. Everybody fucking knows me. So, yeah, no, he definitely picked me with intent. That's for goddamn sure. Dude, real eggs. So he's putting something in this fucking food.
Yeah, if you wanna get me out of this chair, I'll help you look around.
Yeah, I would love to help now, knowing this. But he can get very angry and very scary.
I'm thinking we need to figure out what and why he's doing whatever he's doing.
Well, we might want to get out of here too.
Yeah.
I mean, we have several options. We could try to get out, or we could stick around and see what else he's gonna try to feed us.
Fortune favors the bold. Let's crack a case, baby.
Let's wreck that china shop.
All right. So what do you do next?
So is there-
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Is there any place that Paul hasn't looked? Just out of curiosity.
No, that's pretty much all this, other than the door out of this room.
Yeah, and that's where Paul was heading.
That's what I thought. So you're gonna open the door?
Yep.
Okay. It's locked.
Of course it is.
And you see a very sturdy looking old iron door handle with like one of those old skeleton key looking holes in it.
What's the point of locking us in and chaining us if we can't freaking leave in general? You said there's
Really,
windows, right?
really doesn't want us
There
to
are
leave.
windows.
Can I try to look out the window?
It's dark. This is the only room kind of lit up, it looks like. And but you can see kind of like a stone patio, some shrubbery, a garden.
Okay, Batman.
Well, my inclination is just kick this motherfucker in. But if y'all want to go the more stealthy route, then somebody can jigger the locks with a key or a butter knife, like some shit out of a movie or something.
I have a question, character question.
Yep.
Are we using perks in this at all?
Yes, we are using perks.
The way they work, you choose one, right? One, and you can only use that one.
Mhm.
Okay, so the one that I would like to use is Sticky Fingers.
Okay.
And I'll just read it aloud for everyone watching. It says you can temporarily acquire nearly any gear your team might need, but the GM chooses one consequence. Either someone comes looking for it, you owe someone big time, or you suffer a complication related to your trouble. So if that's something I could look around for something that could help with that situation, I would like to.
So the only thing that could really help you here would be the key. And you did see earlier a key. It might fit this door on the key ring of Aaron. You might have been able to grab. You want to say you grabbed that key from him when he was in the room earlier?
I mean, so I'm trying to remember the timeline of events. So he came in, he unhooked our right arm, and then we ate. So I guess maybe realistically he could have brushed by and I could have grabbed it. Maybe.
Yeah, he had to serve you, so he had to be standing right next to you.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good to me.
So you took the key. There's going to be a consequence for that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you know right now that someone's gonna come looking for it.
Okay.
So you have the key. Continue.
I pull something out of my pocket, start jiggling it, and go, "Oh, you're looking for this?"
Yeah, that'd be great. Damn. Okay.
Right?
I hand it to Paul. Like,
Paul,
Go tank.
you unlock the door.
Yeah, for sure.
You unlock.
No hesitation.
Do you open the door?
Yep.
You open the door, and Aaron is standing right there, carrying a tray of soup. Oh, well, now.
Move.
This is unfortunate. I
Yes,
don't
it
think
really
so.
is.
Sit down. And you all feel your bodies shift, fly across the room, and slam back into your chairs.
excuse me.
Ooh.
Rude.
Yeah, there's some superpower shit in this food.
You know,
Cool.
This is why you don't go to Vegas.
Do you and the bonds that were holding you earlier, of their own accord, start to wrap back around you, leaving only your right arm free.
God.
He walks in, setting the soup tureen down, and says, "Here I was being so polite. Well, now that you are seated again, I will serve you the second course. And before we do that, we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5 or so minutes. Stretch your legs, grab something to drink, and don't forget that this game is currently available on Kickstarter. You can go back it. It is actually one of Kickstarter's games we love. So the link should be in chat while I'm talking. Make sure you go check it out. It looks really fun. I've been poring over the rules all day leading up to this game, just making sure I have some stuff sorted out, and I'm really digging what the rule set is. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out our sponsors, Die Hard Dice and Elderwood Academy, and we will be back in 5-7 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere.
See y'all soon.
Bye.
And we're back. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. I hope you grab some water, stretch your legs, grab a drink if you wanted one, use the restroom, but we are going to jump right back into it after I take a sip of water. So, our 3 FDA agents are restrained to their chairs as Aaron Park, begins to ladle soup into 3 small bowls and places one in front of each of you. It says, our soup course is a creamy rice soup. I hope you will enjoy it, and I assure you, the small bits of meat in there are not real chicken. They're imitation. Now, I must go prepare the appetizers, so if you will excuse me, and he begins to walk out.
I sniff the soup.
It somehow manages to smell even more delicious than the hors d'oeuvres did, and it clearly
I feel
smells
like
of
this
chicken.
might be real chicken. I'm just telling you guys, he's a fucking liar. He lied about real chicken eggs. He's making us eat food. This is probably real chicken or something. I don't fucking know, but
So explain to me what that case was about exactly. Like you like
So-
he got shut down or something.
he got shut down because he was saying that he was having artificial eggs in his plant. That's what his plant was, but they weren't. They were real eggs. So because he caused harm to people, we shut his plant down. He came to my boss very angrily and was yelling and screaming about how dare you shut my factory down. That's my livelihood. Well, he's doing pretty fucking well off, I'm just saying. But
Looks like.
yeah. So I think he just got his fifis hurt from my boss because he shut it down. So I can guarantee this is probably real chicken if he's forcing, well, not forcing, but he's making us eat this.
So it's like
there's something about
like a
it.
revenge or something. He's just angry.
Yeah, and he knows who I am outside of me being famous, but he saw me there because we locked eyes.
Okay, so what about me and Paul though? Are we just random or does he know us somehow?
I don't know. Maybe he just took agents within my place, but I mean, we're in the same company. That I don't know because you weren't on my case. So
Hmm.
So, Delroy.
Yeah.
You would know that Paul may have been involved. Paul obviously is a strong enforcer type, so he may have actually been involved with the physical aspect of shutting down the plant. You're not sure.
okay.
Paul, you do so many of them, you just can't remember.
It was another job.
And Gastona, what exactly do you do at the FDA? What is your role there?
I am a dirty informant.
Yeah.
As in, I technically only sort of work there.
Yeah. So, I mean, Delroy, how do you think you found out about the eggs in the first place?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wait, hold on.
And as you discuss this tantalizing smell, that soup wafts up, that heightened sense of smell, it is very difficult to resist trying it. At least having a taste.
Why is this like this?
It's
I want to freaking throw this, but it smells so fucking good. I can't.
there's like sprinkled cocaine on it or something. I don't know.
I should have ate before we got kidnapped, I guess. Well,
Now put that life behind me. I did not come to eat food and then get drawn back into it.
Well, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna like throw it on the floor? Or, like,
oh, out of character. We could try to do that, right? We could try to just like knock it over and take the lowest. If not, we suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Just gotta have a tantrum in here.
Nope. I did not. I got a 2. And the other one was a 6. So I'm rolling good, but not when I need.
So you go to pick up the soup bowl with your right hand, chuck it. You're looking at it. Looking at it. Take a sip. It is so good. That warmth just spreads through you. That chicken flavor, which he assures you is imitation, is so realistic. It's just so good.
I ain't even gonna fight it. I just
You just like, Gastona just starts.
I'm hungry.
What?
I'm going to fight it again.
All right.
Not with a 2, I'm not.
Good soup.
Welcome.
And you also go to throw the bowl, and nope, you can't resist. You pick it up, it gets a little bit closer to your mouth. The smell overwhelms you, and before you even realize what you're doing, you have just started drinking straight from the soup bowl. Not even
Too
from the
strong.
spoon. And you all finish off your soup.
Why do I feel so bad about that?
mean,
Too freaking good. That pate was just, that was nothing.
oh yeah, compared
Absolutely
to this,
nothing.
nah, it's like eating dry bread compared to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we do need to find out how to get out of here, though. Like we
Yeah, we
can't
really
stick around here and just eat through this
those
whole
windows
meal
look-
thing. I've seen this movie. Bad things happen there.
Did he take that key from you?
Yeah.
Damn.
And you heard the distinct click of the lock when you shut the door again. Would each of you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Mark a condition. As the warmth of the soup fills you, and then something doesn't feel quite right. Slight twist in the gut. Couldn't be poison. No, he's promised. He swore it wasn't poison. And the hors d'oeuvres were fine. Wouldn't he have just poisoned the hors d'oeuvres? That doesn't make sense. But something feels wrong. You feel ill all of a sudden. Not like sick, just a little nauseous, a little like tight pain in the gut. So would each of you mark any condition, whichever you feel makes the most sense for you, and let me know what it is.
I got the bubble guts.
outside or in let everybody else
Oh no, yeah,
know,
just say it out loud.
I'm gonna go ruthless.
All right, so you are going to
I'm gonna
take
lash
the
out.
ruthless.
Probably at Paul.
Okay, just immediately.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like, dude, you did this. You how could you heard the guy at the other fucking side? How fucking it's your fault.
Listen, I'm the one here making decisions, and I'm going to take the condition. Cocky. I did what needed to be done.
I appreciate that, but oh my god, use your ears next time use your fucking ears.
I'm taking impulsive, and
Because
because no surprise.
that's gonna change anything about if you can do anything.
I'm just more impulsive now. And I'm going to take that butter knife off the table and I'm going to start using it to try to see if I can get these fucking shackles back off.
Okay. So you start fiddling with the shackles with the butter knife. Delroy is lashing out at Paul. Paul is. What are you doing, Paul?
Paul is sitting there like, I know I was right. I did the right thing. Talking to himself.
Whoops.
Whatever. I got this. And I'm trying to unloosen myself. God damn, that soup was good. Why it's giving me the BGs though? They ain't got no bathroom around here.
Okay. Gastoni, you are able to free yourself from the shackles again.
All right, who's next? She starts working on someone else. Anyone? You want
Yeah.
out? All right. we're gonna
Yes,
go
please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
to- uh,
Do it.
Okay, you can free both of them very easily.
all right.
It only takes a few minutes, and you're able to do it quietly, no repercussions.
Sweet. All right. Well, now that we're out again, what do we do now? Can't go back through the door because we all know how that went.
How are those? Are those windows like thick pane glass, or can we tell?
Yes. As you look at it, it's those old windows with like the metal filigree in between the panes. It looks like plate glass. You're not even sure you could break it if you threw a chair against it.
But what if I
Wonderful.
tried?
Fantastic.
You can absolutely try.
That would alert the guards.
Mm.
Last resort.
You're no fun. All right.
We can
She puts the chair down.
We've already figured
I
out this
appreciate
man
the
has
effort, but come on.
mental powers or what have you.
Yeah, he's got those like sit, and it's like that one anime where you tell the character to sit and they sit. We got that going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch anime, but sure.
I do. It's where I get my inspiration.
Yeah. It almost seemed like he controlled you with his mind. Now, you all know that in the wake of the bird flu pandemic, some people have gotten, some of the experiments people have done with recreating chicken flavored foods, some people have gotten powers, including all of you. And you've definitely had to deal with superpowered foodies before. So this isn't too out of the ordinary.
No, I'm not panicked. So we lost the key. That doesn't mean we can't get through the door.
No, we could. If there's something around, we could maybe. I swear, it's like every time he's just going to keep taking the toys away from us. But
Y'all want to try something?
okay, I'm down for whatever, man.
I mean, how long you think that until he comes back, though? I mean,
He just left. We futzed around for a decent amount of time. I think we might, if we do this fast. I mean, he has the appetizers next, so appetizers take a little bit of time. We should have asked what they were.
I'm
True.
thinking we can maybe pick this lock.
You gonna try?
I think I will.
All right. Let's see.
I will try to do this quietly or stealthily, and I will use the one perk, Smooth Criminal.
All right, let's see what Smooth Criminal does. So Smooth Criminal, when you employ stealth to sabotage something or cause a distraction, I'll argue that trying to pick the lock is sabotaging the door. Your actions are quieter and more subtle than they would be otherwise. So automatically being quieter and more subtle. I'm gonna. Let's see. Do we think this is an instinct roll or a guts roll?
I'd love for you to say guts.
I'm gonna say it's an instinct roll. You know what? Make an argument. Instinct is your intuition, observational acuity, and ability to react quickly. Guts is your ability to act with confidence, stay cool under pressure, or tough it out. Which do you feel it should be?
I think, given that we just got yeeted back into our chairs, and the last time I opened this door, some man was standing there with soup in front of me. I think this is the keeping it together and unlocking this door.
Okay. All right. I'll give you guts.
It's pretty gutsy too to go back and try to go there when you know that there's a scary man behind.
Yeah.
I just got an image of like Kingpin in my head.
Well, that's a 4.
Well, you could. You can increase your appetite to roll an extra die. A reminder to Elliot and Bree, you can also increase your appetite to lend a hand to what he's doing. If Paul increases appetite to roll an extra die, he has to increase it by 2. But if one of you lends a hand, you actually only have to increase yours by 1, and then he gets to roll an extra die.
Okay.
You're gonna lend a hand.
I will.
And as soon as you try to do that, I say, get the fuck out of here. Because to clear the condition of cocky, I have to refuse aid.
So you will still gain the increased appetite.
Yep.
But you can clear your condition of cocky. And you are all set.
So we don't help him. Got it.
You do not.
I have appetite, but I didn't do shit.
Okay.
You helped me in some way.
True. So a 4 is a success. but with the consequence. And I'll remind you all that your position is risky right now. So consequences are... And we had one earlier that nothing seemed to happen. So again, the danger clock is going to increase by 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, you pick the lock on the door. Shockingly, very deftly, with a butter knife. And the door swings open. And in front of you is a hallway. With the door open, the smells coming from the kitchen, wherever it is, are so much stronger. And the classical music you heard earlier is a little bit louder. But there is a short hallway in front of you that ends with a little table with a vase on it. And there's a door on the left and a door on the right.
Left or right?
Right. Well,
Let's go. Just pick a direction.
Right, we're going then.
Or we can open up both and take a look and then see.
I don't know if it's the best idea to open up both because
Okay,
who's
but if we
watching our
open up-
backs.
But if we open up both, how will they know what door we went through?
We could always close the doors after we go into them.
You get a point I didn't think of. All right.
Doors closed. What?
Look, I'm famous, not smart. Breaking.
All laughs.
They actually get killed.
That's pretty funny. Okay. Yeah, we should go to that door.
So, you open both doors.
No. Just the right door.
You open the door on the right, and it opens up into a foyer. This is a entryway into the main house. You're guessing mansion at this point based on the size and the nature. There's a suit of armor. There's a massive crystal chandelier. There's a double staircase that wraps up and around. And you are at the door at the focal point between the stairs at the bottom. Persian rugs on the floor. And you see up ahead, a good 20 feet away easily, a double French style doors, beautiful carved oak with stained glass windows in them, ostensibly leading to outside.
Well, it doesn't sound like a kitchen.
And now that you have that door open and you're looking out and you're standing there, you can kind of tell that the smells and the music are coming from the other door behind you.
Should we?
We could leave.
Yeah, but I feel something tells me we got to get to the bottom of this somehow. But I also don't want to get re-shackled again. So what do we do here?
I have a question. Do we have our gear?
No.
Our gear has to be around here somewhere then.
Gear up. I like that.
Yeah,
Where
gear
would we
is-
find it though?
That's a damn good question, isn't it?
Well, they had to brought us in from somewhere. And I'm assuming between that last room and wherever they brought us in would be our gear. So did they bring us in through here, perhaps? And at that point, I would go up to the door and try to see outside.
Yeah. I mean, we know we need to go back and get our gear anyway, so unless Paul has a better idea.
I think this is the move. I'm missing all of my blades. You know what that feels like? I feel naked right now. I might as well have
Sorry.
dick swinging everywhere.
I had pocket hot wings that were just like marinating. Just, I'm real worried about them.
Well, I mean, part of my gear is my beautiful eyes, so I'm honestly just missing my snacks. And my nice clothes and my phone. Yeah. And my notepad. That could be fucking helpful. Jesus. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no, we need our stuff. Wait, did you say chicken wings?
Ever heard of a joke?
Oh, yeah.
She just kind of looks around shiftily like. Anyway.
Sorry, after what we've eaten today, yeah. No, after what we've eaten today, I'm just on high alert. Sorry.
Anyway, I have some like blades and stuff myself, so maybe we should go find them.
Yeah, let's take a look around.
Okay.
Investigate and all that.
You're going to start looking around the rest of the house and exploring. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that, but I am going to need each of you to make a roll. Now, remind you, you can increase your appetite. You can help each other out. You can move as a group or split up, which will affect your position. But now I'm going to explain another rule of the game that we haven't touched on quite yet. Effect. Whenever you make a roll, there is an effect level. And I've been doing it silently, but I'll let you know that you can actually trade effect for position. So you can improve your position by reducing the effect of your roll. Or you can increase the effect of your roll by making your position more dangerous. So now that you're out of the dining room, moving away from the kitchen, your position is actually pretty good. Not too dangerous. You're in control. You feel like you've got this now. Just find your gear, deal with Aaron, Mr. Paul, get out. But the effect of your rolls as you move further away is also reduced. This is a big house. Split up, you're going to be searching by yourselves. One of you might find all of your gear, or you might find someone else's gear. You're not sure. So, I will say if you choose to split up, you will maintain being in control. But your rolls will have limited effect. If you stick together, your position gets a little more risky. You'll be a little bit louder. It'll be easy to track you down, but your rolls will have a great effect. It'll be much easier for you. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I can help support as one of my perks. So I do, if I'm helping anybody, I'm helping Gastona because Paul is moot. Be supportive of. So, if anything, if I'm going to help anyone, I do want to team up at least with Gastona.
Okay. So at least you two are going to move around together. Paul,
yeah.
Are you going to stick with them, or are you going to go off on your own?
I think after clearing that condition, I think Paul would roll with the group. Because before that, if I hadn't cleared that condition, I'd be like, fuck y'all, I'm out.
Okay.
The loneliest number.
So, you're sticking together. So things are going to go back up to risky. But you have a great effect on your rolls. Things are going to be useful. You're really going to be able to search this house, find something of use. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how you roll. So, you're going to start looking around. Where do you go? There are, once you move into the area you're in, the foyer has 2 staircases that loop up to a second story. And there's also a door to the left and a door to the right that you can go through. Start
It's
looking
like
around more.
like a Resident Evil style house? Like, is that what we're like going for here? Because that's what it sounds like.
Or
to me.
Raccoon City PD right now,
Right.
baby.
Yeah, you know that
we're
mansion
playing
in
Lady
Resident Evil
Democrats.
1?
Yeah, yeah.
Or yeah, the castle in Resident Evil 8. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
You know
Lady
that
Dimitrescu.
you go into the
Yeah.
library and there's a
where are
burning
you?
fire and a staircase going up and you hear
And
the
three
laughter
witches
of a
trying to kill
daughter.
you.
Yeah, they're all
Yes,
so
yes.
hot. Anyway.
Sacrifices must be made. No.
That's the struggle, isn't it? Okay, so there's staircases going up and there's a door on the left and the right. So what's going on the first floor though?
There's doors to the left and the right. That's the first floor. Or you can go back towards
Oh,
the kitchen and
okay.
the dining room.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I vote that we don't go back and go looking around some other rooms.
Yeah, no, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Start here because maybe they didn't take our stuff upstairs.
I mean, some of that stuff, I don't know about you, but some of my stuff was pretty heavy, so I don't know about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Eh.
We went right before. You want to keep that up?
Tasers aren't very heavy, so that's fine. I'll go wherever you guys go. I decided on the right door, so I trust one of you.
Okay. So you all, as a group, make your way over to the right. And at the foot of the staircase that goes up, there is a door. You open it. See a very plush living room lounge type space. Several couches, another fireplace that's lit. There's a TV in here, an old style radio, turntable. It's very comfortable. You should definitely see yourselves just relaxing in this room. You see a full bar, but you don't see your gear.
Let's go
Well-
up the stairs. Unless you want to like take a drink or something.
I mean, when in Rome.
You know what? Actually, it probably
I
has
grab
the good
some scotch and I pour it in a glass and throw it back.
The scotch isn't even in a bottle, it's in a crystal decanter.
Yes, even better.
It smells,
I'm even more inclined to drink it now.
the crystal glasses in front of you. You pick up a tumbler. When you pour it, the smoke fills your nostrils from the peat in the scotch. Those heightened senses, right? That heightened sense of smell right now. It's making this the perfect drinking experience, and it tastes. This has to be like 25-plus-year-old scotch, easily. It's delicious.
We get out of here and we arrest this man. I'm taking these bottles.
There's as I said, full bar. You see a bottle marked vodka, a bottle marked gin. There's some sort of rum here. If you would like to make yourselves a drink, feel free. If you would like to
I will
move on.
take the rum.
Okay.
We all stop to drink in the middle of an investigation.
Look, it'll help.
The notes of molasses and the waters of the Caribbean waft up to your nose as you pour a glass. All it needs is a little bit of lime. Be perfect.
I guess I'm gonna go for the vodka.
And you too.
I was gonna like I'm gonna give you that look, Stoner. Like, I know you want a drinker. I mean, if that's the case, then that's cool. But
And it is very crisp, clean, refreshing, delicious, as all of the things you have had in this house are. And you all enjoy a drink for a moment. And again, gorgeous room, lovely bar, perfectly comfortable to just sit and relax in here if you wanted to, but no gear.
We gotta run.
business. All right. Next
All right.
room then.
Put the booze down. We gotta boogie.
Yeah. Good pit stop.
You feel a little refreshed from that. Where to? There are no doors in this room. this is a large room. It definitely takes up a good section of this wing. So you can go upstairs, or you can go over to the door that was on the left.
Let's
Let's
go to
go
the door to the left.
Yeah,
left.
you know what? Door to the left, fine.
Okay.
Cover this floor first. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. You make your way over there. You walk over to the door on the left, open it. It's a hallway. And it appears to be, there are some windows front facing on the house, much like the dining room, same style, and then 3 doors.
Oof.
You really want to clear the first floor?
I mean, who says we're not going to find more doors upstairs?
That's true.
I found more answers down here, or we might find hell on earth. Who knows?
All right. Well, one at a time, I guess.
Yeah. 3 doors. Why don't we all just find a door, pick one, look inside. If there's anything, we'll let each other know. Otherwise, cover more ground.
Sure. I go to the closest one.
Okay.
We'll go to the middle.
Okay. So you each pick a door. Open it. Gastona, you open your door into a small library. There's bookshelves along the walls. There's a writing desk, armchair for sitting and reading, a chair at the desk for more like desk chair, and you see a book open on the desk and bookshelves full of books. Delroy, you open a door onto a game room. Billiards table, some hunting trophies on the walls, probably not his. Except for the chicken. A mounted stuffed chicken prominently on display.
Bastard.
And Paul, you open a door onto a much smaller, like, den style room. This is more of like a private living room. There's a TV, more modern appliances actually. Another small bar, and this would probably just be for whenever he's relaxing by himself, not entertaining guests, things like that.
All right. I'm like, if this is the relaxing room,
Mhm.
this is the place where you usually like slip up at. I'm gonna give this room a thorough
Investigation.
investigation for sure.
Then why don't you give me a roll? And while you're doing that, we'll say this is going to be a instinct roll. While you're doing that, Gaston and Delroy, what are you doing? Delroy, obviously, there's that chicken.
Yeah, I'm
His
gonna
eyes
take a closer
follow
look.
you. You're gonna what? Sorry.
I'm gonna take a look even more. So just do another investigate and yeah, see
Okay.
if there's like anything under the chicken or
Perfect. The chicken, you're pretty sure it's stuffed, but its eyes follow you as you walk around the room. It's like one of those paintings. It's unnerving. It's you don't like it. And I'm actually going to give you a condition from the chicken.
Of course.
You're feeling a little impulsive. You want to search this room and get out quickly.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Gastona, how about you? You want to check out the library, or are you going to move on?
I would like to, starting with the book that's on the desk.
Okay, go ahead. Also, all 3 of you are going to make instinct rolls for me. And if you would like to use one of your approaches or make a devil's bargain, you can roll extra dice. But
This is I got a 6 dance. A 5 and a 6.
Go ahead and dig in.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 6. I'm fine.
Okay. Paul, what approach are you going to be leveraging to dig in here?
So I'm feeling I guess I don't know if this actually works now that I'm looking at it, but I'm literally just tearing this room apart. Like, I'm throwing chairs, I'm looking for anything, and I am not being subtle in the approach at all.
Okay. Okay. So you're doubling down. You're just making sure that you find anything that could possibly be in
Yeah.
this room. You're gonna use one of your perks. So you're gonna be digging in, so that you're gonna increase your appetite by 2, and
Yep.
you can roll an extra d6 for this roll. Make a note that you increase your appetite. You have 5.
Yep.
Okay, so we have 2 6s and a 5. All right, so we'll start with Gastona. You walk over, you start looking around. You immediately, the book catches your eye, and you're looking at it, and you notice that this is handwritten. It's a book of recipes.
Flip through the book.
You flip through the book, and the first thing that catches your eye is a diagram. And this is the diagram of meat cuts. So you would see, like, you've seen the diagrams of like a cow or a chicken, where it shows like what cuts are equal what, where you get the steak from, flank, etc. But it's not a cow. It's not a chicken. It's not a pig. It's not a lamb. This is a human diagram.
What in the fresh hell? I just take the book and run.
Okay. Delroy, while this is happening, you start looking around the room. And you don't notice anything immediately that catches your eye. It's a weird... That chicken is very unnerving. You want to check it out?
Yeah, I'll look the cock in the eye.
You walk over, and you look at the chicken. You kind of adjust it. And as you do, you hear a click. Like a mechanism falling into place. And a hidden cabinet opens, revealing all of your gear.
Oh.
Paul.
One question real quick.
Yeah.
Are we counting that as using double down?
Mm-hmm.
Then I have a 9.
Ah, okay.
Because
You
I
have a
just
critical
realized what
success.
how that worked
Yep.
on double down.
Yeah. So you have a
Yeah.
critical success. Yeah, no, you are you're pretty sure the gear is not in here, but there's some really nice expensive stuff in here.
And I've broken a good chunk of it.
Yeah. But there's some stuff you could steal too. You might as well make this worth your time.
I think that's a worthwhile endeavor.
All right. And as you do that, you hear an audible gasp from the other room as Delroy finds the gear, and then you also hear what in the fresh hells, and footsteps approaching from down the hall. And you can all reconvene wherever you want.
Anybody find a bathroom?
You still got them bubble guns?
I mean, that soup was hidden right, but not at the same time. But anyway,
all right. Well,
what were y'all yelling about? It was loud and I was breaking shit, but
I got stuff for us.
our stuff. Okay, well, all right, but I gotta. And she like takes the book, flipping through it manically. You're just like, look, and it's the diagram of a human being cut up.
That's what it was. I mean,
Wait, what?
But what was?
What are you talking about?
You showed me. This looks like a human in a recipe.
I looked down at the recipe, and at this point, I didn't even bother to read the rest, the whole recipe earlier. So, what does the recipe say, Mr.? I mean, what does it say? Like
The great voice from beyond. Interpret this for me.
This looks like the equivalent of what a beef cut would be, but it's a human cut.
Yeah, are we being served? Are we going to be cut up into? I don't know what's going on.
He was with the way he was acting, I'm not shocked if that was the case.
I mean, if you wanted to kidnap people to force them to eat something, in this world, you're thinking chicken or something worse.
Maybe he's testing his human recipes on us with his powers.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all because we ate it. Instead of using beef stock, we got that human. No, you know what? I'm not going there. I don't want to think about it. Now my bubble guts is getting worse. We got to
move.
figure out what's going on.
We gotta grab our stuff and go. I can't even think about that right now. I'm just like, I don't think about it.
And you notice when you set the book down while you were all talking, there is a recipe on the page. And it's a recipe for pate.
Don't like that.
And if you were looking for a bathroom, you do notice a door off the game room that you could... Might be a bathroom. Probably is. Haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, upon seeing that recipe, I'm just going through the first door. If it's a bathroom, yay. If it's not, oh well, because some flower pot about to get it. And I'm just...
It's a closet, but oh well. And while you hear Paul vomiting, what are you doing, Delroy and Gastona?
I feel sick, but not sick enough to throw up. And at that point, I'm trying to just focus, getting my stuff.
Yep.
Okay. And you collect your things. Paul finishes throwing up.
I apologize. That was not me at my most manly.
I mean, to be fair, that's a good reaction to knowing that we ate human
Nope,
pate.
don't say the word. Don't do it.
I'm breathing in and out, eating out, so I don't follow in your footsteps. Because
and you all have a very heightened sense of smell right now. So the smell coming from the closet, Paul just walked away from.
Let's go. We gotta go.
I'm gonna puke if I keep.
I gotta go. I gotta go. Right.
No, I covered it up like a cat. Now. I just grabbed clothes and put it over top of it.
And you all make your way out into the hallway to get away. And as you see walking down the hallway toward you, it's Aaron. He shakes his head and he says, I've tried to be hospitable and the perfect host.
You have a nice game room.
Oh, why thank you. But I think it's time for your appetizers. And we're going to stop there.
I wanted to get so sassy with this man.
Well, you can get sassy with him when we pick up next Thursday. This has been part 1 of our 3-part miniseries of Chew, the RPG. Chew is currently on Kickstarter. You can check it out there. It is a really well-designed D6 system. I'm going to drop the link in chat while I'm talking. Go check it out. It's a project we love over on Kickstarter. It's really well done. I've been explaining some of the rules as we go. Next Thursday, we will pick up with part 2 of this mini-series. We will continue explaining the rules as we go so that y'all can get a sense of how it runs and if you want to pick it up for yourselves. I've been having a blast creating this scenario for them, and I hope they are having fun as well. Speaking of, I would like to give them all a chance to introduce themselves again and where you can find them online and if they have anything cool coming up in the incoming weeks. So let's start with Elliot.
Hi, I'm Elliot. I'm KSM on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, literally like almost everywhere except Facebook. And I sometimes stream. I'm thinking about maybe doing some Back for Blood. Since that's out, I got Game Pass.
I need to pick that up.
And if you want to see me yell about things, you can find me on Twitter at Chaos Elliot. And yeah, I don't really have anything that I can really discuss at this moment coming up. So.
Fancy. And Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Amir Prince Hamza, aka Doubles of Dice around the internet. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. As Dimples and Dice. Coming up for me this Saturday, I'll be over on Sir Jester's channel along with Cypher of Tyr, KP11 Studios, Awkwardish Panda. We're going to be playing a D&D one-shot called Halls of the Toy Maker. It's written by Zero. It's going to be a great time.
That's an amazing cast. I'm so
I
jealous.
cannot wait. I saw that on Twitter. When
I was like,
you were
how did I
posting.
end up here?
Please say hi to
Amazing.
Tanya and KP for me. I know them.
Absolutely.
They're so talented.
Well, KP
Uh,
took amazing photos of you. Like, so good.
Facts. Facts.
KP is a
Good.
phenomenal photographer. I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry. If
No,
anyone
good.
is
No, it's
interested
fine.
in cosplay photography or any photography at all, KP11 Studios, definitely check him out. He's an amazing photographer. He's a fucking joy to work with. One of the nicest
His
people
color
I've met.
composition, so good.
He has taken photos in like a bright sunny park and made it look like night. He's fantastic. He's over on the West Coast,
Magician.
but he does travel. I know he's going to be the official photographer for D3 at Sea, I believe. D4 at Sea,
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, he'd be at
D3
D3
at
C.
sea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Check out KP11 Studios on like Instagram and Twitter and stuff. He's amazing. Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. Hype up the peoples because I do the same. I'm all over the place. I'm over on Rolling These 20s for Vampire the Masquerade Philly by Night. Where I'm a storyteller. We're off just for the next couple of weeks because I have stuff going on. But we will be back after our mid-season break, and we're taking our players into the future, where Kane is basically a Titan, like Attack on Titan.
That's cool.
That's where my storytelling is taking people.
Perfect.
Amazing.
I have a whole bunch of things going on. I can't remember all of them.
You also
Keep an
need to
eye on my
tell
Twitter.
everyone the cat's name.
Yes, chat would like to know the name of the cat.
This is Morden. If you've seen Mass Effect, that's who is named after Morden from Mass Effect. I have another cat named Liara, but Morden was insistent on hanging out with me tonight, as y'all can see. This is my stream buddy here.
That's one thing I would love to do is because Mass Effect is one of my favorite series. I would love to do a Mass Effect tabletop setting.
My God, yes.
I'll take notes
Wouldn't
on
that be right? So good.
I just heard one of my cats hit the door because I actually locked them out for this stream because they've been pains in my butt. So
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I don't have doors, so at least he's mostly well behaved.
Yeah, no, he's just
valid.
cute.
Valid.
But yeah, that's all I have for now. Like I said, keep an eye on my Twitter. There's a bunch of stuff coming up.
Awesome.
Some I can't talk about. Yada yada
Yep.
yada. You know how this works.
A mood.
But yeah,
And if
I'm
you
excited for that.
coming to
And
PAX,
Tanya is great
I'll be there.
for role playing too. If you haven't checked Tanya's stuff out,
Yeah,
holy
Cypher
crap.
Tier.
Cypher's so good.
Good stuff. All right. Last but not least, before I do my spiel, Bree.
So I'm Bree, aka Nerdette Designs on the internet. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch. I am a graphic designer by trade, so if you need any like logo work, just hit me up. I'm actually relaunching my website in the next few weeks. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I will message everyone there about that. I don't have any tabletop stuff coming up. I was pretty heavily involved in Sladies, but because of some stuff going on in my personal life, I dropped out of something I was actually supposed to be playing in tonight. So I think they're probably, considering the time, probably still doing their thing right now. So if you want to check out Sladies ATL, I think they moved to Chaotic Tiefling Productions though.
Being friends with all of them.
Yeah.
Sladies ATL is now the charity branch of Chaotic Tiefling ATL. So yes, they are working together for all that stuff.
But yeah, that's my whole spiel. So go ahead, Ian.
All right, I am Ian E. Muller, or Ravnos on the interwebs. I have been the game master for this fantastic game. I am also the founder of Gehenna Gaming. We have a lot of amazingly cool stuff. I'm super excited about all of it coming up, so I'm going to try to go through it as quickly as possible before we wrap here. We just announced today, yes, we will be at PAX Unplugged. We will be running Vampire, Alien, Call of Cthulhu, Dungeons and Dragons, and Kids on bikes and brooms. Kids on things, I think is how we decided to describe it. Kids on things. We were going to be running a bunch of games. You can find us running games. You can also find us in the expo hall. We have a booth. We're going to be selling some merch. We're going to be selling some books. So make sure you check us out over there and pick up some really cool stuff. I'm going to be there. Nick is going to be there. We're going to have a bunch of really great people working with us, like Elliot. I know that Prince is going to be there, not working with us, but still going to be there and probably hanging out with us a little bit. We are going to be joined by, I'm going to name a few names real quick. Wes from Carrying Comfort Studios, April from Slady's ATL and Chaotic Tiefling ATL, Bully from Table Goth, hold on, Drew Lonrem from Occultist Anonymous, and Mike from Darker Days Radio are all going to be there with us. I think that's everyone who is a streamer who is going to be joining us and doing cool things. I have a list.
Say all my homies going to be there.
Yes, that is all of them.
Yay.
I will also be there repping ATL by night. Ellie can't make it because she will be in her third trimester and cannot travel. We also have a bunch of fantastic GMs running games for us, in addition to those fine folks who I will be announcing in the near future. We are sponsored by Die Hard Dice and Elderwood Academy. Make sure you check out them. They are wonderful. They've been working really well with us, and I'm really excited that we have some cool stuff coming in the near future with Die Hard Dice, so keep an eye out for that. We'll be announcing all of it. In the coming days, this Saturday we are running a Cult Divinity Lost game called Midnight in the Diner of Good and Evil, which we will be raising funds for the EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, whatever, EFF, them. I will be dropping a link tomorrow about all of that. And we have a guest GM, Zach Vaudo, one of my fellow cast members over at ATL by Night, running that, as with a fantastic cast of players, including Nick from us, and I believe April from Slady's, Samantha McClarty from all the things she does, particularly Vancouver adjacent, Persephoroth, and that's it. 4 players. That's it. So the wonderful cast of people who are going to be raising money for a great cause. So make sure you check that out this coming Saturday at 8 p.m. here. This Monday we will have Monsterhearts, our Gehenna Academy game that Nick runs. I will be over on ATL by Night on Tuesday. Actually, I won't be. I'll be running production because I'm not in that episode. But we'll be hosting ATL by Night. Wednesday, I will either be playing Back for Blood or starting Alan Wake Remastered. I'm not sure yet. And then next Thursday, you will see these 3 lovely faces again for episode 2 of Chew, the RPG, which we've been playing this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you check it out over on their Kickstarter. I have been having a blast running this game, and I hope you have enjoyed it. This episode will be up next Thursday over on YouTube at noon Eastern time. So if you missed the beginning or had to duck out early, which means you're not hearing me say this until that VOD, make sure you check it out over there. But I hope you all have a good evening, and we will see you very soon. Have a good night.
Peace.
Bye.